Chapter 166 of the Massachusetts General Laws, you are hereby notified that a public hearing will be held at the Hardwick Municipal Office Building, 307 Main Street, Gilbertville, Mass., on Monday, December 22nd, 2025, at 6:30 p.m. The Hardwick Select Board will consider a request to give permission to Massachusetts Electric Company doing business as National Grid and Verizon New England, Inc., to locate poles, wires, and fixtures, including the necessary sustaining and protecting fixtures, along and across the following public way: High Street. Do we have anybody here to speak for this poll hearing?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
the abutters were notified, and the poll hearing was posted in accordance with the general law. And someone from National Grid was oh, speaking of, there he is. Yeah.
Perfectly timed. Could you explain quickly what we're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a new pole right over here on High Street.
High Street is what we're talking about.
Yep, there's a gap in the poles from the north side of the street to the south side of the street. And there's a new customer service closer to the south end on Jocelyn, or from Jocelyn.
Okay, so that's it? We've taken a pole down, you're gonna put up another one?
No, just one new one. There's no pole for, I believe, about 500 feet of that road. And we need one.
Thank you. Okay. Anything?
No, it's pretty straightforward.
I think it's fine.
Anybody here to speak against this?
I'll make a motion to approve the poll at, where is it?
High Street.
High Street.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks for coming in.
Glad I didn't miss you.
Thank you.
Visitor comments, limited to 5 minutes per topic.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question for Justine. I'd like to be updated on where you are with getting the bidding redone for the townhouse project.
So I don't know if it's just the time of year or something. I don't have any update. I haven't heard back from the state yet, and I also reached out to someone at CMRPC. I don't know if it's just the time of year and people are away, but I don't have any update at this time. So the earliest it would be rebid is January.
But this is not through CRMCP.
I know, but they're my resource for any sort of random questions like you're asking. And I wish you would have come to me before the meeting. However, I don't have any update for you tonight.
I think that you're endangering our grant from Pioneer Valley Venture Center. They have timelines, and you signed an agreement with them about how things are to be done. And I wish you would adhere to their rules and regulations on how things are to be done. We need this
So
rebid.
I'm the one that applied for the grant, so I'm well aware that we have until August 1st. We went out to bid twice and they came back way too high. So we have to do it again, and the earliest it's going to be is January. And that's the update.
And you haven't been in contact with Pioneer Valley at all?
Since when?
Well, last meeting you made a very quiet thing saying you spoke to Kim
Yes, via email, yes I did.
in an email.
Yes.
Did she respond to you in writing?
I do not have a response.
All right, well, we'll try to keep it moving. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Jeff Smith, Upper Church Street. I just wanted to make a request to this board to adopt a policy to record the meetings of the other boards of our government, planning board, capital planning, all the other important boards. I've noticed that Barry does this, Hubbardston does it, North Brookfield does it. I realize there's an expense, and I think that could be explored because I think we're overpaying for this as it is. But I think it's important to get more participation in our town in all these meetings, and I think it would be really great if they were on YouTube. It seems the select board meetings are very popular on YouTube. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Justine, 2 weeks ago, I requested a copy of the bids on the townhouse, and I have not heard back from you, nor have I gotten copies of that.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I can send those over to you.
Yeah, and one of the things I did note on that is, since you were having so many problems of getting people to bid on it, and one of the things you were saying is, gee, maybe we're gonna have to cut out parts of the bids. My suggestion is, why don't we cut up the project so that we send the gutters out for bid, so that maybe we could get several people to bid the gutters, several people to bid the windows, several people to bid the carpentry, instead of trying to find one contractor who may or may not, because as contractors are, if we want one contractor to do a large project, they know carpentry or they know gutters, but they don't necessarily know windows. So they bid that portion high so that they can make up, because what they're gonna do is they're gonna subcontract it. So if we cut up the project and try to bid it out to several contractors, pieces, we probably can do a lot better dollars and cents wise by having numerous contractors do portions of that instead of one contractor doing the whole thing, and he's going to subcontract it and take the little pieces and put the profit into his pocket. And therefore, we can do a much more efficient job, and maybe we can get that whole project under the amount of money that we have.
All right, thank you, that's a
Okay.
good idea. We'll
Okay.
look into that.
And the second thing I want to know is, what's going on with the RFP on the center school?
Nothing yet.
Well, why isn't there anything going on? We have a building that is deteriorating, and, excuse me, but 2 years ago, I came forward to the select board saying that we were ready to go forward and put a project together on that thing. And all I keep hearing is, we're not doing anything, we're not working on it, whatever. And all you're doing is making the building less and less viable and more expensive to fix. And it's just, you're wasting assets.
Sure.
Just so you know, the town council is looking at the title, because there might be an issue with it, so they're reviewing it. We have no further comment at this time.
Okay. So it's a possibility that, you may have to give it back to the mixters also.
We'll see.
If that's the situation, then, it would be very nice. If that is the issue, then fine, tell me, I'll go talk to the mixters.
We don't have an answer. We're working on it. Town council's working on it. Once we get back from town council, we hear back, we will pass it on to the public. But right now, we have nothing to share,
Okay,
other than town council's working on it.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Back to the townhouse grant, the one from Paul Bruin, I think it was, the National Park Service grant. So that was started a couple of years ago, and I think I saw that they're up for another cycle of grants for the same type of purposes. I only wonder right now is if any part of the work that couldn't be done under the first grant, where the bids were higher than it was the $95,000 that was allowed. If any part of that, or frankly any other historic kind of project in town is considering applying for that cycle of the grant, which this time we do, I'm sure, through CMRPC instead of Pioneer Valley. Anybody know anything about that? About this next cycle of the same grant?
Let me-
Don't know anything about that.
So a lot of the times when you have an active grant open, you can't reapply until you've exhausted the funds. But I can definitely look into that more. We were not notified of the upcoming grant, because I think it's because a lot of the grants, it's because we have an active grant already open. But I can double check that for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that through national parks? Is that grant through national parks? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes? Because
think of that.
sometimes, and this may or may not be true, but sometimes the stipulation from some of the grants through national parks is you get to apply once only. Okay, and if you applied once, you may sometimes we'll never be able to apply again for that particular building. Or
I
that
think we have the
particular
grant, we're trying to come up with scope of work, bids, things like that.
Yeah,
But I
I'm
think-
saying, once you're awarded one, you cannot get another one. I'm just saying is that certain ones through national parks are that way,
Okay,
okay?
we'll
So,
keep our eye out.
something to look into.
We'll look.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. Meeting minutes, December 8th, 2025.
Motion to approve meeting minutes as written.
Second,
Okay.
discussion?
I have a discussion. I just want to mention that we have a lot of outstanding meeting minutes that go back to September, all the way through October, all the way November. So I'm just wondering why we're skipping to December 8th when we should be addressing the older meeting minutes.
Do you want, Mr. Chair? So these were just the easiest ones to get done. It was a very quick meeting. Those are not, lost. Really, it's just because of it's license season, and that's been the number one priority, because as you know, if we don't get the licenses out by the end of the year, that's a big no-no, and these businesses would be in violation of the law. So that's why it's been a little slower right now, is because it's license season, but since you guys are doing the class 2 and class 3 tonight, it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
Guest presentation, Superintendent Colleen Lucia.
So I don't really have a presentation, I just wanted to give you an update. So we've been invited to begin the process for the roof project at Hardwick Elementary School with the Mass School Building Authority, which is great because it's a full reimbursement grant. I gave us as much of a window as time as we could have, so we're looking at not starting construction if we go all the way through the process and the town is on board. We wouldn't start construction until the summer of 2027, but we need to begin to have some conversations around the process because we have to follow certain steps of the process. So I just wanted to make you aware and let you know I'll be sending you more and more information, and then I'll just be looking to come, you know, have sessions with you to update you and make sure we're both on the same page for the project.
Good.
It sounds like they will assign us an engineer and they will evaluate before we even go too much further about whether they would recommend replacing the entire roof or just a section of the roof. And that will be a big factor for you guys because of cost, but also the middle section is where we have a problem over the cafeteria. So I don't see that as a bad thing if that's what they recommend. So I just kind of wanted to update you on that. And Eric, I know you had gotten a Greener Community grant for solar panels.
It's a municipal vulnerabilities preparedness grant, and we're moving on that.
Would you be looking to have those be roof panels or?
I think we'll need to talk about it.
Okay.
We need to, what we'll get out of this initially is plans and permits and things like that. So we're not even the scope of work yet. My push was to get solar electric on the roof to power air conditioning in your building there.
Well, no one would argue with that. That would be a luxury, right?
Well, it's designated public shelter.
Yes.
And these days, if we had what they call a wet bulb day, we'd be in trouble because there's no cool place to put more than a couple of dozen people, except the elementary school. So that was my initial thinking. So we're pursuing that, and it also we're tied in with Gardner, Hubbardston, with their school, with their generator. So the idea is to make it more independent from power outages and to cool the building out with solar panels. So that's a 3-stage.
Yeah.
So we're probably in the same time frame in terms of really getting anything, hammers going,
Okay.
so.
I'm not sure of the projects, where they stand with putting solar on the new roofs.
Right,
So I'm gonna reach out and start to ask those questions, which is one of the reasons I wanted to come tonight, just so we can both get all the information to decide, what will.
yeah, let's,
Work best.
let's meet
Okay.
and bring in
Mr. Chair?
Mr. Granato and people
Yeah.
like that and make sure, I know we're going in parallel, more or less
Yes.
parallel, but that can be fine, it's not
Yeah, it
not
may work
working
out
against.
perfectly, right. Yep, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So the MVP grant that the town was awarded is for the planning stage, so that's when he said that it's very early, it's because it is only just the planning stage, because that's all we were awarded this time around.
Right,
So we should definitely set something up.
Okay.
but I don't want to end up with yet another plan
Right.
up there on the filing cabinet, so
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
yeah.
Good.
And we can ask the questions, because you never know. I would imagine that MSBA would be in favor of any kind of savings opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe if they know we have two things happening at the same time, that could work in our favor, so.
All right,
More
right
information to
after,
come, but-
right after the holidays.
Okay, you got it.
All
I'll
right.
let you get through the holidays.
Okay, thank you.
And then the only other thing is, I had reached out to Justine, she's gonna bring it to the finance board, but we are struggling with our second boiler at the elementary school. So, it has had a pretty major crack and it's leaking. We have it shut off, which isn't, right now, it's not a problem as long as the temperatures don't dip too low, but when the temperatures dip too low, we run both of them to keep the building warm. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that before it becomes a major problem. Yeah. We're doing a lot of that.
Fingers crossed. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Chief? How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Piling in.
Great.
So, Mr. Chair, on Wednesday, November 26, 2025, at 8:15 PM, our dispatch center received a 911 call from Petersham Road reporting a motor vehicle accident on the common with a car into a tree on fire, unknown if someone was in it. While Detective Almstrom was responding along with Hardwick Fire, Barry Ambulance, and New Braintree Fire Automatic Response, an update was reported from the driver of the car reporting he was trapped in the car and he was burning. Detective Almstrom arrived 13 minutes after the time of call, with Deputy Chief Gumon shortly there behind them, where they started working to extricate the party from the trap burning vehicle. During this time, the vehicle was exploding around them the whole time, and they were able to get him out, drag him from the car, and start life-saving measures while waiting for Barry Ambulance to arrive. I want to read something that Sergeant Gentile wrote. It is without a doubt these actions of Detective Almstrom and Deputy Chief Gumon were not only heroic, but saved the life of the operator and prevented him from being burned, and minimized injury from the smoke inhalation. Their ability to stay calm is a true showing of their training that they have in this town. Each day, we answer calls for service, but this goes above and beyond what anyone could expect and display the selfless, exemplary training of what they are. So based on that, my agency is awarding both of them their life-saving award from the Hardwick and Braintree Police Department. It is yours. Congratulations. Of course. Congratulations. And I also want to say, I want to add to this. This is the second one for basically both of them together, working as a team on a call, because they were both together for the cardiac arrest save 2 years ago, working together, so they both got it at the same time.
And I'd like to reiterate, I do know that when you approach a burning a car and the tires start to blow up, it gets pretty noisy and exciting. So I'd like to thank you both for being heroes and working for us, protecting us. So we have here you go, Chief. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for being in town.
I'll just finish by adding, neither of them want an award, and I know that. They never want the notoriety for doing their job, because they do what they're trained to do. But it's important to recognize what we do every day and how important it is to the community and everyone that comes to this town, whether they're a resident or a visitor. We're there to protect you, and we'll do what we can to help you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now we come to the exciting part. Approval of Class 2 and Class 3 auto renewals.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, ma'am.
So all of these businesses were inspected. I'll just read you the list. They've all submitted
you.
payment and they've all submitted all the proper paperwork. L&S Used Auto Parts, Class 2 license. Gillespie Car Care 1, Class 2 license. Gagney's Garage, Class 2 license. L&J Ostagai Repair, Class 3 license. Motor Specialties Company, Class 2. BBB Auto Inc., formerly Hardwick Auto Sales LLC, Class 2 and Class 3. Regan's Repair, Class 2. L&L Associates, Class 2 and Class 3. And Finish Line Collision Center, Class 2.
So Class 2 means that they have the permit to work on cars and repair them, and Class 3 means that they would have the ability to essentially have a junkyard and keep wrecked cars. So that's the difference between the two classes. I would seek a motion.
Motion to approve the applications, the renewals of the Class 2 and 3 licenses.
I'll second the motion.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Just after the meeting, I will have a ton of stuff for you to sign.
Okay.
Yep.
Discussion and vote on conservation restriction, 1232 Turkey Street, Hardwick.
Thanks. Well, it's hard to compete with that nice ceremony. Thank you for reviewing the documents that I sent in. This has been a dream of mine since I got here, really. It's almost 30 years, that's a little hard to believe. But my 36 acres on the east side of Hardwick Pond looks like this. And it includes 2,258 feet of shoreline, almost a half mile. Basically undeveloped, unsubdivided, forested shoreline. And I think my neighbors across the pond look across to the east and enjoy the view and think that it's a state park, and I'm the superintendent. So for a long time I've wanted to put a conservation restriction on this piece, and in recent years the opportunity came up for some of us to work on also conserving the 100-acre or 99-acre summer camp just to my south boundary. And we were able to be successful at that, and I'd like to think, I'm kind of proud to think that I had relayed to the division that if they were able to fund and approve the acquisition and conservation of the camp, that it would come with a conservation restriction to permanently restrict my land from further subdivision and development, because their wildlife management area lands extend to my north boundary, not counting a couple of small cutouts for homes. And so from the point of view of ecology and some of us folks that think in terms of the biological world, this would result in landscape connectivity across the east side of the pond. And for me, that's a pretty big deal, because when I came here, it was pretty clear that the Muddy Brook Valley and Hardwick Pond were identified as pretty high priorities for conservation in various town plans, including the open space and recreation plan. So anyway, you've seen my email and write-up, and again, thanks for taking the time to review the document and the maps. I guess the important points to make are, I will continue to own the land, I will continue to live there. I love Hardwick, as many of you do. And I will continue to pay taxes as I have through the years, although I'm hearing a bit from Jen, our tax assessor, that they will be at a somewhat of a reduced rate, because I will have donated my development rights to be held by another organization, which would be the Squabbin Land Trust. And I don't know, I guess maybe I'll either let you ask questions, or if you want me to explain things further, or ask Cynthia if at some point in here you have something to add. I mean, I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but I do want, I am kind of proud of being able to do this, like I said, so I just wanted it to be clear what it is that I'm proposing.
Thank you. Questions? No?
No?
I mean, I asked Bill a couple of questions just to see, and he answered them, and questions were, would this property down the road ever come off the tax roll? And he said no, and right now he pays full taxes on his entire property, but it's gonna be reduced to 61A. And he gets a break on that, but it's, you know, he just chooses to put the conservation restriction on, and so no development. But there's still all the public, like, as far as hunting, kayaking, it's mentioned under East Squabbin Land Trust, as far as...
Yeah, well, you know, part of my goal there was, if we could conserve the camp property, the 100-acre camp property, it would ensure that remain publicly accessible for the future, rather than a 10-lot subdivision with no trespassing signs. And the land to the north is all wildlife management area also, and that's open for hunting. That's totally open for hunting, fishing, hiking, you know, photography, bird watching, whatever. And so I kind of viewed my property as part of making and helping that happen, you know. So my intent and my goal was not for wide open public access for my actual property, because I'm going to have to live there and think about security for the last 15 years or so of my life. You know, I feel like I've facilitated enough public access, you know, permanent public access for adjacent lands to support our ecotourism planning goals and our master planning goals and such. I was considering donating the restriction to the state, but I can say I'm proud to have assistance from the East Squabbin Land Trust for this. The state, in fact, their model template for these kinds of things requires wide open public access, and that's not my intent here.
Right. I'd like to say something. This speaks pretty clearly to what Dr. Romano presented us a month ago, or 2 months ago, that this is a major aquifer. We've already got the landfill up there. bothering us, and who knows what else. But not having 20 septic systems along that shoreline has got to be a good thing. And then my personal experience from when I was a selectman in the past was a wild phone call that came in about how, at that time, the music camp, we called it, was owned by some inner city community development group, and the person who was hysterical calling me said that they were shipping 300 kids up here and they were going to house them in those buildings, and that we of course would then be responsible for their education, and the buses were on the way. So that didn't happen, but definitely DEFCON 1 or 2 there. So this is a lovely solution.
Thank you. Yeah, and just to be clear, Bill, you know, the whole neighborhood knows since I arrived here, tearing down no trespassing signs, that this is accessible. And, you know, any of people that know me in town know that they're welcome. You know, Harry Comerford brings his grandson down and takes canoes out to take him fishing. You know, everybody's welcome there, but I want to be in control of it. So that's the only reason I didn't want to have wide open public access. You know, so I'm trying to give back what I had as a kid, you know.
Right.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
so Cynthia actually has the document.
Okay. You can make a motion.
And I have the
Okay.
original. Okay.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the conservation restrictions for 1232 Turkey Street, Hardwick, Mass.
I'll second.
Further discussion?
No, I think it's a really good
I
thing.
think it's a great idea.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Chair, can you just
Thank
take
you,
care
Bill.
of this while the town
Thank
clerk is
you.
here to notarize it?
Sure.
Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go.
thank you, Jeff.
I'm sorry.
All right. I'm getting a lot of stuff done here. Discussion and vote on West Brookfield ambulance contract.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have it for the board to sign tonight. Fortunately and unfortunately, West Brookfield has changed their legal counsel, so it's taking a little extra longer. But I should have that for you for your next meeting on January 12th.
Okay, and in the interim, West Brookfield is covering this town.
Yep, and it's still Barry, however, West Brookfield is covering, and it will change in the 911 system the day you sign
Yeah.
on the 12th. So,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Discussion and vote on the Paige Building deed.
I have no issues with the deed, the way it is written. Mixers, deeding or allowing the mixers to have a right of first refusal and signing off on the deed as it is written.
Thank you.
Well, we're not giving them the option, like they have.
Yeah, they have that
They're
option.
acting on first refusal, right to first refusal.
Right.
So people understand, you mind if I
Please,
just
go ahead.
mention it? So with the Paige Building, we put it out for sale and, or request for proposal, and the Friends of the Paige Building, you know, put in a bid for it. So we basically, by us putting it up for sale, there's a restriction on the deed that we weren't aware of. And it was item number 5, and it gives the Mixter Trust the right to first refusal. So that was because, that would it caused problems as far as transferring and stuff like that, as far as the Friends of the Page. So what we understand is they've enacted their right to first refusal. The town is giving them back the property for $1. And what the Mixer Trust decides to do with that property and transfer it to sell it to whoever is on them. So the intent is, it's going to the Friends of the Paige Building after they clean up the deed and remove some of these restrictions, so they can renovate and do everything they need to do with the building. But again, we have no control over that part of it once we transfer it back to them. So I just want everybody to know, so you're all aware of it. But it's a good deal.
Okay. Thank you. All right, well, yeah,
Just the date of, what is the date of this legality?
the 22nd of December,
So if you, when you sign this today, it reverts back to the mixtures?
correct.
What about all the stuff that's in it?
What?
I'm sure it'll be worked out to allow us access to remove it. They're not gonna like change the locks tonight.
You can't lock it, the doors are
Well,
broken.
exactly. My point exactly. We'll have time to remove whatever items are in there.
And will the town accept the removal of everything that's in there and putting it back in the road barn?
My understanding is that the group, the Friends of the Paige Building is looking forward to working with the town fair, if that's what you mean.
All of
Okay.
a large amount of our stuff is in there.
I think you don't have to worry about a thing. I'll take full responsibility.
Okay.
So it was, I have a question.
Sure.
It was on the front page of the Barry newspaper, and it was said by the town administrator that this trust was expired. I mean, I don't understand how this got by town council and then was
There were a
gone
lot
to a
of
Zecos
mistakes.
auction company, and a lot of stuff has gone on.
A lot of stuff has gone on, there have been a lot of mistakes made, and here we are. And we'll just deal with it this way. I don't read the newspapers. I'll probably pick it up again when I serve out my term. But yes, Mr. Cole, I'm looking forward to do a vote here, so let's try to keep it short, okay?
I don't intend to slow you down. I only want to point out that as people talk about the Mixter Trust and the deed, the original deed, there wasn't a Mixter Trust. The Mixters had donated the property, and I guess the clause that escaped the town's notice many years ago and recently said, the clause said that the Mixters, the property had to be offered to the Mixter heirs. So as that came to light, I understand that the Friends of the Page talked to the Mixter heirs, and the Mixter heirs have come together to create a trust in order to accomplish this. It sounds as though it's all understood what's going to happen, and it's all consistent with the past deed. It doesn't sound worrisome to me.
Me neither. Thank you.
Motion to approve signing the deed.
Back to the Mixer Trust.
Back to the Mixer Trust, yes.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 It's in here for you guys to sign up there.
That was exciting. Thank you all. Approval of sewer abatement.
No, sort of.
No,
Sewer lease, right.
As the Water and Sewer Commissioners, I just need you to approve the sewer liens to be linked to the real estate goes.
I will have to recuse myself.
Okay.
Okay.
I still can't make a motion.
I know. But I'm just looking for the whole sheet.
Didn't want to start going through all the
Sorry,
paperwork.
here it is, I got it. All right, I got it. Make a motion to approve the sewer liens as listed in page 1 and 2 of these documents.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
going in your to be signed folder.
All right, and we're waiting to sign those until the end.
You can sign the deed now, if you don't mind.
Sure.
That has to be notarized too, I think.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, quick question. On the sewer liens, is that all of them that's listed in these documents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Of course. You sure?
Thank you. Go red and black, MLS. I didn't realize everybody knows all that else. Hey, there you go, the Red House.
It is a Christmas movie.
Well, and then there's the spreadsheets.
Thank you, sir.
This calls.
Town administrator report?
Oh, sure. So we met with USDA Waterline and DCP on the sewer project finances. We're getting really close to the end, so we're wrapping that up. Selectman Tinker has been on most of the calls too. West Brookfield Ambulance is now servicing the town hall AED machines, and something else that we're talking about for their contract that you will be signing hopefully on the 12th is like a CPR class a year or something. Just different ways to give back to the town.
Should be so that the AEDs are not
Right.
foreign to everybody.
Exactly. So that will be something new that's currently not in the contracts we have active right now. I met with Civic Plus and the town clerk on updating the town website. Anyone that uses the town website knows if you click certain things, it brings you to nothing. It's a very outdated model that they don't even make anymore, and it just wasn't set up properly to begin with. So we're looking into that and what that's going to look like. Oh, thanks. So as you guys know, we recognized the two heroes for saving that man's life, but now I have to deal with the insurance matter in the tree. So the insurance company is going to be taking down the tree and replacing it with another one. So we are expecting the funding for that. Met with Paul from CM Geeks and the police chief on town IT services. The chief was there because the police station is a whole separate animal. So every year I like to meet with CM Geeks just to touch base and see kind of what's working, what's not working. Met with the accountant on the budget sheets. The budget sheets have now gone out to all the department heads. They're meeting with me the first full week of January. So if any of you have your budget books from last year, if you could please return them to me so we can recycle them. If not, we can do new ones, but I just figured we could recycle. You don't have one, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So I met with the treasurer. We are standardizing our payroll templates and we're doing mandatory direct deposit. So the new payroll templates are going into effect the first payroll in January. And we are looking to do mandatory direct deposit because it's going to save the town some money. So that's different cost saving measures that we're looking at.
Do you have a way to help people that don't want to do that?
You could deposit it in my account.
That's nice, you have enough money. If I don't want to do it that way, do I then not get paid?
No, you'll get paid.
Do I get fired? Or do I get browbeaten, don't I?
Oh, I'll stick a list on you.
I know it. That's already happened. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But enough of that.
So we're still advertising for a wastewater treatment plant operator, a highway equipment operator, a van driver. I attended the Massachusetts Municipal Association Policy Committee on Personnel and Labor Relations. Inspections, as you know, have been completed for Class 2 and Class 3 auto renewals. All liquor licenses have been delivered or picked up. So those are all with the 11 businesses. We held our monthly department head meeting. I attended the holiday brunch in New Braintree. That was very nice to get the invite. And for recognition, I want to recognize Mart. I actually received this from the Council on Aging in Barry.
Can I read it?
Yeah, what else I have to do?
I would like to take a moment to honor individuals whose work often happens behind the scenes, yet touches the lives of so many in our senior center community. Today, we recognize and express our heartfelt gratitude to the Hardwick Transportation Scheduler, Sharon Hardiker, and our dedicated bus drivers who transport our participants safely each and every day. To say Sharon is flexible and accommodating only begins to describe the incredible dedication she brings to her work. Day after day, she ensures the bus schedule runs smoothly so our participants can get to and from the activities, appointments, and programs that matter most to them. This isn't just about transportation, it's about independence, connection, and quality of life, and she understands that deeply. No matter how complex the schedule or how last minute the request, Sharon goes above and beyond. Her problem-solving skills, patience, and willingness to adapt make a tremendous difference for the people we serve. We also extend our appreciation to the Hardwick bus drivers, Bruce, April, Ed, and Stan, whose steady hands and caring hearts ensure our seniors arrive safely and comfortably wherever they need to go. Their attentiveness, reliability, and kindness create a sense of security and trust for our participants, and they play a vital role in reducing isolation, increasing access to services, and supporting daily life for so many. The devotion shown by both Sharon and the drivers is more than professional, it is personal. They care deeply about our seniors, their routines, and their comfort. Every ride arranged, every trip completed, and every friendly greeting exchanged reflects their commitment to serving our community with dignity and compassion. Thank you.
So all I have left is the municipal offices will be closed in observation of Christmas Day and New
On the
Year's Day.
other side of the page, I think there was a little bit in this.
On behalf of all of us at the Senior Center, thank you. Your work makes a difference, and you're all deeply grateful. Anyways,
Thank you.
Municipal offices will be closed on Christmas Day and New Year's Day, and today we had the Employee Appreciation Holiday Lunch, and it was a great turnout. So that's all.
That's all. Okay, Selectmen Roundtable.
Just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year.
And to you.
Good. Look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Don't you need to sign documents?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Oh, we can still sign them.